What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Tuesday, 43 degrees, and I'm doing pretty good myself because uh, last week this time, okay, it was half of 43 degrees, number one, and my car was stuck in the driveway, and I was able to get it unstuck today when a very, very nice brother came out of nowhere, was walking down the street while I was trying to get the car unstuck. He said, "You stuck? You need help?" It's a brother, man, older brother, man. And said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get it." It basically was stuck in the driveway, I was trying to get it all the way up in the driveway, right? And with a few couple pushes, car came unstuck. So I'm doing good now, and praise the Most High for that brother that came along because like I said, I didn't know what I was gonna do. Been stuck, that long. I had to drive the other car. But to get into this story about Boeing, okay, Boeing has had some problems with its planes last year and now this year. Last year, it was plagued with problems with the 737, okay, and this year, in this particular story right here, it was United Airlines Boeing 777. You understand? They are on the course now making the friendly skies not so friendly anymore because engine on the right wing happened to blow in mid-flight while they're up in the sky, in the air. The engine happened to just blow, okay? Imagine looking outside that window and seeing that happen. I'm sure that will start making you think of your mortality, and start praying on the site. At least I would, But yeah, debris come flying out of the air, landing on roofs, of houses, I guess cars and in people's yards. But amazingly, it was a blessing. Nobody got hurt. Not even the people, in the plane. Nobody below. So the Most High had to be in that, As you can see right here, there's a ring. This is, I believe, a retainer ring around the engine on the right wing of the plane that happened to fall out of the air, land on the front porch, well, basically, of this house right here between the truck. Okay, so yeah. And after we get finished with the story, I'm going to show y'all some photos of the actual damages it did to people properties, okay? Now to get into the story right here, it says United flights land safely after engine failure sends debris near Denver, okay? And I'm telling you, it was bad, real bad. Well, this picture's taking too long to load up. But yeah, UPI on February 20th released this story right here. And it says the United Airlines Boeing 777 200 jet with 241 people aboard landed safely with no injuries at Denver International Airport after engine failure caused debris to fall Saturday afternoon about 25 miles away. United Airlines 328 bound for Honolulu experienced a right engine failure shortly after takeoff around 1 p.m. MST, the Federal Aviation Administration confirmed in a statement. Goes on to say here, the 231 passengers and 10 crew members departed from the two-engine plane on a runway and took buses to the terminal, the FAA said in a report by KMGH TV. Pilots told air traffic controllers, "We've experienced engine failure," and issued a mayday call, according to communications obtained by CNN. About 25 miles north in Broomfield, the police department posted on Twitter it received reports that an airplane had engine trouble and had dropped debris in several neighborhoods around 1 p.m. 1:08 p.m. Okay, reports said debris had fallen on soccer fields, homes, yards in Denver suburbs. Okay, the debris was described as possibly some exterior pieces of the plane. Rachel Welt of the Broomfield Police Department said at a news conference. She said she was surprised no one on the ground was injured. And with stuff like this dropping out of the air, who wouldn't be? You know, with that big ring like that, I mean, who wouldn't be surprised? You know, goes on to say though, I'm honestly shocked looking at this debris field and how busy Commons Park is. This is a very popular spot in Broomfield. We have the dog park, we have the turf field. There's playgrounds. Well said. This park on a day like today, when it's not as cold like it was last weekend, we could have had could have hundreds of people here, and that the fact that we are still not getting reports of any injuries is absolutely shocking to me at this point. The extent of property damage was unclear, according to North Metro Fire. Now, far as that property damage go, they're gonna be having a lot of reports of that. I mean, really, you know, wait till y'all see some of these pictures. But to continue, aerial from KMGH's Air Tracker 7 shows a hole in the roof of a home. The homeowner told the station he was 2 feet away from the impact area making a sandwich. We saw it go over. We heard a big explosion. We looked up. There was a black smoke in the sky. Kurian Kane, who was playing with his children at a local elementary school, told CNN. Debris started raining down, which sort of looked like it was floating down and not very heavy. But actually, now looking at it, it's giant metal pieces all over the place. Okay, being that, it was coming out of the air, it would look like something very light. But when it landed, you see how light it was. That, man, if that had a fell on somebody, shit, you can drop a quarter, you know what I'm saying, from a high, like a building or something like that. And if it lands on a person and hit him in the head, be just probably had the impact of a bullet, just because of the downforce of gravity when it hits a person. It just like accelerates that coin, makes it basically a projectile, So you can imagine just what a heavy piece of metal like coming off a plane would be like. Shit, could be like a warhead. But I digress. I was surprised that the plane sort of continued on uninterrupted without really altering its trajectory or doing anything, he said. It just kind of kept going the way it was going as if nothing happened. The National Transportation Safety Board is in charge of the investigation according to the FAA. According to Federal Aviation Administration records, the plane was built in 1995 and has Pratt and Whitney engines. Okay, well, it's time to service those damn Whitney engines, or get some better engines. Because they pretty old. They must have had metal fatigue or something. Who knows? Other words, wore out. But to go on, it says police said the NTSB wants all debris to remain in place for investigation and urge people not to touch or move the items. A photo of the Hayton Smith provided to KGMH shows smoke coming from aircraft's exposed right engine. And I guess why the NTSB, say, ones who investigating basically the debris, is because those people, they want to take shit for a souvenir. Go put it in their bedroom and shit. Stupid. But to continue, United Airlines officials are working to schedule passengers on a new flight to Honolulu. I have to say, before I go on any further, I wouldn't get on a now other plane. I would probably you have to do me like they did B.A. Baracus back in the show, the A-Team that used to come on back in the day. You have to sedate me. I mean, drug me. Ain't no way in the hell I would get on a plane after that. But that's just me. To continue, I heard this loud rumble, and I thought it was a military aircraft because it it was really loud. It came right over the house, and you could see that the right engine was on fire. Our Arvada man told KMGH. Travis Loke, a passenger on United Flight 328, described the ordeal to CNN about 20 minutes into the flight and had reached 20,000 feet. Okay, there was a big boom and the kind of sound you don't want to hear when you're on the airplane. Loke was flying with his wife and instantly put what it said. I instantly put my shade up, and I was pretty frightened to see that the engine on my side was missing. Okay, yeah, cause for panic there, but they'll tell you to stay. They'll tell you to stay calm, but it'd be really hard to do that. It goes on to say here though, we were just glad we weren't over the ocean because that's where we were heading. He added, a lot of people couldn't see the engine on that side, right? So I was a little more freaked out because I could see it, and I knew that was not right. Wait till y'all see the engine though. But to continue, after the plane landed safely, people cheered. We're having a cocktail, Luck said. And yeah, we're going to try it again. All right. We're going to try it again. The odds are with us this time. America's worst aviation disaster 41 years ago involved a jet engine falling off. On May 27, 1979, one of the three engines on American Airlines DC-10 taking off from O'Hara International Airport, bound for Los Angeles, fell and landed on the runway. All right, yeah, I remember that story. That was messed up. A lot of people died. Well, I guess it's going to go on to say this, but the plane rolled over in the air and plunged to the ground less than a mile from the runway in Elk Grove Village, killing all 271 aboard and 2 on the ground. The separate injured severed hydraulic fluid lines that locked the wing's leading edge slates in place and damaged a 3-foot section of the left wing's leading edge. The 777-200 made its maiden flight on June 12, 1994, and United Airlines was the first carrier to fly the plane a year later. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like make you don't even want to get on a plane no more. In conclusion here, though, the first fatal crash involving a 777-200 was less than a year earlier on July 6, 2013. Asiana Airlines Flight 214 en route from Seoul, South Korea, crashed on the runway at San Francisco International Airport. The tail section broke off, striking the seawall short of the runway, with 3 of the 307 on board dying and 187 injured, including 49 seriously. An NTSB investigation concluded the flight's crew improper approach. Okay, on March 8th, 2014, a Boeing 700-727-200 operated by Malaysia Airlines disappeared while flying to Beijing with 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Several pieces of marine debris confirmed to be from the aircraft washed ashore in the West Indian Ocean in 2015 and 2016. Yeah, I remember when that happened, and that don't seem like it was back in 2014. That seemed like it was just maybe about a year or two ago. You know? Yeah, I remember when that happened. Because pretty much they couldn't find the plane. And it was like the plane went down like the Bermuda Triangle or something like that. It was crazy. Now, let me show you all these pictures right quick. Hang on. First, let's check out this 24-second video. There's not much to it. There's a plane right there. Look at that. I know this had to be scary. Now we go down here, and here's a plane. This is the right wing right here. You see? And as you can see, from this left wing right here, you can see this particular ring that's still over this engine right here. But over here it's gone. And this was the ring right here that fell in that picture right in that person's porch. See? Okay, we just seen that. Another thing I want y'all to check out. I'm going to point out to y'all. I wish I could enlarge this screen right here, but I can't. Look at all this over here. What happened? Oh, it switched pictures. All right. I don't know why it did that. Look at his face over here. See, this could be a reason why the Most High, nobody got hurt. Angels was looking over these people, y'all. But to continue here, just look at this real close over in this area right here. You can see the faces. But to continue here, this is that big ring right here that one part of the engine is missing. That's landing in, wow. It's got where the neighborhood is roped off. The big ring again, the retainer ring for the engine. Then it's somebody's attic. This is the roof where some shit from that plane just crashed through their roof. That had to be scary. All the noise, not knowing what's going on. And look. Look at this. This is outside though. But this much of debris just fell off. Big hole in the roof right here. Insurance claims gonna go be out. Sky high. Sky high out the roof. I'm telling you. So they can get ready for it. More debris. Heavy. This right here is that right engine that's missing that heavy ring. Just blue. Like nothing. This is what that passenger looked out and saw. That engine was gone. Just blew up. And he's talking about having some damn cocktails. You better go to the restroom first and change yourself. Oh boy. The fire guys, you know what I mean? That kind of looks like an ocean or river or something, but that's basically just snow. Too much for me. There go that engine again. Yeah, I think Boeing needs to rethink, the quality of their planes these days, because there's just too much of this kind of stuff happening with Boeing. Boeing is having a lot of trouble with their planes. And I would say, in my own opinion, it's because it's all about quantity over quality. Rush. Time is money. Nobody's doing their job proper. That's what I think. There's a picture right here when the engine blew. You can see fire right here. Something got very hot. See? And here's another video right here. I'll show you guys. It's only 9 seconds, but it just shows where the debris was falling to the ground. See that? Look.
Yeah, you got a lot of people going that way. What is this?
Did a plane crash?
Let me play it again.
Yeah, you got a lot of people going that way. What is this?
Did a plane crash?
Too much for me. Like I said, you couldn't pay me to get another plane. Period. You know? And that debris did look, you know, it looked very light, almost like paper. But when that shit hit the ground, you see what it did to that, you know, to some parts of the ground and that roof of that house, you know. And like I said, Most High sent the angels to protect the ones that were in the plane and the ones that were on the ground, you know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, your views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.